Hey, it's City Island. Y'all niggas know who it is. Spaced out music. Hey, scope, touch, scope. Hear him talking, let him hate. I'm on my grind, I'm feeling great. This is something different. This is paper chase. For those trying to stop it, shut us in the grave. I hear these niggas hating. Damn. But I don't see him, I don't see him. They wanna live my life, man, I'm just saying. Whoa. They wanna be him, wanna be him. Who's that peeking in my window? Who are you? They trying to copy my style, so I gotta smoke these niggas like it's Indo. Yeah. They go about it with a smile. They hate the man, but I don't give a fuck. Give a fuck, niggas. Spaced out music, 5 niggas in the truck, boy. I got the 9 and they ain't even tucked. Shit ain't tucked, nigga. Pull it out, air it out, everybody duck down. I advise to stay within your lane. Stay in your lane, nigga. I do this for my fam, I ain't out here playing games. What you thought I did this shit to entertain? The fact I get it like a coke, boy, got these niggas hating on me. I hear these niggas hating. Damn. But I don't see him, I don't see him. They wanna live my life, man, I'm just saying. Whoa. They wanna be him, wanna be him. Who's that peeking in my window? Who are you? They tryna copy my style, so I gotta smoke these niggas like it's Indo. Yeah. They go about it with a smile.
Run the streets, something like a marathon. Marijuana, heroin, Gucci bag carry-on. Shooter with a nasty shot, call him Sean Marion. Rap games, Barry born leader Farrakhan. Riding like the brakes broke, haters better take notes. Peeking in my window is how you get your chin broke. It's in touch, niggas hating on the name. I don't waste time on them, I just let the hook explain. Listen up.
I hear these niggas hating. Damn. But I don't see him, I don't see him. They wanna live my life, man, I'm just saying. Whoa. They wanna be him, wanna be him. Who's that peeking in my window? Who are you? They tryna copy my style, so I gotta smoke these niggas like it's Indo. Yeah. Then go about it with a smile.
Yo, what up, people? You already know this is True L.E.S. Talk. Lower Deck, Lower East Side for Best City, Lillian Wall Projects, Avenue D. We in the building, you heard? Boricua's in the building. My Americans in the building. 9/11. Salute. I wasn't going to do a live today, but then I realized, oh, it's 9/11, and I lived through that. You understand? I got a story. About that day. I'm gonna say the story is a little story there. Has to do with me and my wife, and it was a sad day. But salute to everybody in the chat, man. I mean, nobody has been writing. Joe Lee in the building, the big Taino in the building, the real Marley in the building. I want to start off. What up, Nate? Nate in the building. I want to start off with saying, I'm really not into wrenches and stuff like that. You understand? So if you do it just to identify, if I got a wrench on anybody's channel and they do it to identify, it's cool. It's all right. I could deal with that. But if they got me wrenched up because they want me to mod in their channel or whatever, I advise them to take it. For the simple reason that when I go to people's channels, I go to people's channels to relax and have a nice time and just fall back because I got my own channel, man, and it's not easy to manage a channel, and I know what it is to be a mod. You understand? And that's why I say it. You understand? I don't. I do my live, and I'm already tired. You understand? And then I go to other people's channels to visit them, say what's up and whatnot, and I don't go over there to mod or nothing. I just go over there to to have a nice time, relax, and everything. I'm not gonna shoot nobody. I'm not gonna drop a link unless I have to. You understand? I don't even drop my link no more in nobody's channels. You understand? So I'm just saying, if it's just to identify me, it's okay, but don't expect me to be modding in anybody's channel because I'm too tired for that. You understand? And most of the time when I go to people's channel, I'm on my tablet. So it's hard for me to work out my tablet and do things. When right now I'm in my studio, I'm in my computer. So it's very easy for me to do a lot of things here. You understand? Because I work faster on my computer. Uh I think Marley came around earlier, but she'll be here sooner or later. Listen, I got a little story. And this is what, this is my experience that day because I lived it. All right. I lived it. I lived 9/11. I literally seen the towers go down. Okay. Now, this is the way it went. What up, Sue? Chirpy in the building. This is the way it went. I'm at work because once upon a time I did work and I worked for a lot of years. I was unionized with 32 BJ and whatnot, right? So I'm at work. I'm working in the tallest buildings in the Bronx. If you know, you know which is the tallest buildings in the Bronx. It got 42 floors. So I'm a maintenance worker and I got 12 floors I got to take care of, right? In other words, maintenance is a porter. I sweep, I mop, I strip, I seal, I wax, everything to keep those floors clean. Uh, on my floors, on my floor, on the second floor is the laundromat. So as soon as I come up from checking my floors, right, and I go into the laundromat, this lady, Miss Johnson, she tells me, I ain't gonna use my real name, but true. Did you hear what happened? And I'm like, no, what happened? She said a plane just hit one of the towers. So she said it's all over the news. Now, my supply room is in the laundry, and in there I got a little TV. I got a microwave, a refrigerator, and I got a chair for when I have lunch, right? So I go in and I turn on the TV, and I'm seeing the tower smoking. So I'm like, wow, oh my god, what up, Mikey? What love, baby? Um, so I'm over here telling my 9/11 story. So I walk out. What's up, Miss Thing? Long time don't see. You're always welcome here. Uh, so I walk out and I go to my friends to the basement, and they say, "Yo, let's go up to the roof," because we in the tallest buildings, and it's like a little slump, like if it was like a mountain, it's like the highest peak in the Bronx. What's up, Miami? So we go up to the roof. My boy got the key because you need key to get access to the roof. So we go up to the roof and we watching the first tower smoking, and we could see it clearly. We could see it clearly from the roof because we got a great view. We, there's no buildings taller than us, and we could see clear over everything. So the tower's smoking. The tower's smoking, right? Hey, Mikey, thank you for the Thank you for the cash app, brother. Much love, bro. Here, this is for you, Mikey. So the tower is smoking. Then all of a sudden, the second plane hits. Boom! I literally seen it with my own eyes. I literally, yeah, yeah. I just sent you that. Thank you for the donation. Thank you, Mikey. For love, baby. So I literally, hold on, I'm over here doing this. Well, anyway, I literally seen the second plane hit, and I'm like, oh my god, because at first we thought it was an accident. Then the second one hit, and we still up there. We still up in the roof. There was nobody working that day. Everybody was up on the roof, right, bro? The first tower goes down, and I'm looking at it. I'm guys. This is not a lie. This is not a lie. I'm telling you, I seen it with my own eyes. The first tower goes down. And all you see is a cloud of smoke come up. Then I don't know if it was like 15, 20 minutes later, something like that. I don't remember. You know, this is 20, what, 20 something years, 22 years ago. I see the second one come down. The same way. Another cloud. I say, oh my God, that was so sad. It was like, I said, I'm out. I'm going downstairs. I need to watch this on the news because the news coverage is, the helicopters are there. So I get a better view. So I'm down in the room and then something hit me. Guys, my wife works in Battery Park Nursery at that time. She used to take the train to the World Trade Center, get out, and walk a couple of blocks down. Oh my God, my wife. Now I'm worried. My wife, I can't call. I'm trying to call her, but all lines is because that you could not get on the phone that day. When that happened, everything was blocked off. Too many calls going back and forth, right? So I'm worried. I'm worried throughout the whole day at work. So I get home and I ask my sister-in-law, listen, has your sister called? No, she haven't called. And I'm worried. I'm telling you, I'm like, now that ain't the only thing on the story. My wife is 3 months pregnant from my youngest son, the one that lives here with me. My wife was 3 months pregnant from my son that's here, that lives here. The only one I got here in the house left, the 21-year-old. I don't know. I'm gonna tell you what she told me. I'm gonna tell you what she told me. Check this out. She said that when I think it was one stop or two stops, luckily for her, it's a sad thing to say, but the first tower had went down. They lost electricity and everything down there. So it was like I think it was right before Chambers or around there, the trains they stopped inside the tunnels. Now they know what's going on because they get informed through walkie talkies and all that, right? The conductor and everything, right? Next thing you know, they open the emergency doors. They open them, right? And they asking who's over 60, or is there anybody here that suffers from heart, or who anybody here pregnant? So my wife says, "Yeah, what's up, little Mario?" My wife says, "Yes, I'm pregnant." So they let her out with the older people. Now there's somebody in front guiding them through the walk on the tunnel. Not where the tracks is at, like where the train opens up. If you was a graffiti writer, there's a little like a little catwalk. So they guiding them through it. Now they bring them up these steps, and as a graffiti artist, I knew that there was exits all over those tunnels. So they bring, but you never knew where you was gonna come out through. But usually it was on a sidewalk. So they open up the sidewalk. Now, for what she explained to me, how you doing, Marley? For what she explained to me, it's just white smoke coming down, papers and all that. What up, Chill Will? Papers and all that, right? But she's pretty far. But still, there's still white residue and stuff coming down. So she gets out. Now, remind you, all transportation in Manhattan is stopped. I'm talking about trains and stuff like that, right? My wife is pregnant now. She got to start walking all the way from Brooklyn Bridge or Chambers, whatever it was, what she was at, all the way up to Manhattan, all the way up, right? Now, remind you too that before you start hitting the number streets, you got to walk like 15 blocks before you hit First Street, Second Street, Third Street, like that. She walked pregnant all the way from the Lower East Side, because remember, we live in the Bronx now. From the Lower East Side, where it happened, right? Battery Park, practically. That's like more or less Canal Street area through there, Chinatown. And she walked all the way to, I think it was like 78th Street, 79th Street, something like that. Then this box truck with these Mexicans driving are saying, listen, we're charging $5 and we'll take you all the way up to Upper Manhattan. My wife say, yes, yes, yes. I'm pregnant. I've been walking all this, all the way from the towers. So they help her up, and they bring her all the way to the Willis Avenue Bridge, but on the Manhattan side, right? So all she gotta do is cross the bridge. Don't ask me how, but she got in contact with me through the phone because I remember telling her, listen, meet me at my father's because my father's is closer to the Willis Avenue Bridge, right? My father's in Cyprus. Meet me. I'm gonna meet you at my father's. Make it to my father's. Bochy made it to my father. I was like, oh my God. How you doing, Dagmar? I'm like, oh my God. It's like, it was crazy. It's like, guys, this was like an experience that I don't wish upon nobody. I don't wish upon nobody. That was like a very stressful moment that to this day it still haunts me. Because I'm like, I'm glad my wife and my kid, because remember, she was carrying my kid. I never seen New York. I'm gonna tell you guys something. I lived through two of these, but the 9/11 was the worst. I never seen New York like this. I seen New York bring down to his knees twice in my life. When I mean I seen it bring down to his knees, is that everybody was worried, everybody was scared, nobody wanted to leave their house, right? One was in 1977 when the Son of Sam was out, the serial killer, the Son of Sam. He was just killing people in New York randomly. That was a very, very, very scary, like a scary year, because he was out for a long time before they caught him. Nobody wanted to be outside. Nobody wanted to, My mom was like, at certain times, she would go get us downstairs, bring us upstairs. Like we couldn't be outside like that, even though he was targeting couples, mostly women. But you never knew, right? Yeah, the Son of Sam. If you guys don't know who the Son of Sam is, Google it. David Berkowitz. I read his book. His book is matter of fact, I think that was the last book I read in when I was locked up in '89. It's called the 44 caliber killer. He used to kill with a 44 caliber. Uh, and the other one was 9/11. The other one was 9/11. 1977 and 2001 was sad, sad times. Um, but the 9/11, like, it shook everybody. Like, my God, it's like everybody was afraid, but at the same time, it bring us together. It bring us together because I never seen the United States unite the way they did. I remember baseball kept us, like, alive, to be honest. I went to the first Yankee home game after 9/11. I got pictures of that time when they stretched out the big American flag. We were labeled ground zero for years. George Bush threw out the first pitch. We had the jets fly over, stuff like that. It's beautiful. Baseball kept us going. Um, that fire, People ain't gonna believe me, but look it up. It should be at Google somewhere. That fire in the World Trade Center, the the land where the towers was at, burnt for over 3 months. That fire lasted over 3 months. Hey Tommy, what up? Tommy Truckin', Tommy Guns, what's good? That fire lasted over 3 months. I went down there and it was so sad because everybody was putting up like missing pictures of their loved ones on this it was like this barricade wall because you wasn't allowed from certain street to go any further. A lot of candles, teddy bears, condolences, a lot of flowers. The smell was like it smelled like dead people. It was very sad, very sad, very sad. I went to ground zero. That's ground zero. It was ground zero at the time. Very sad. Very sad. It was a sad day. It was a sad day. Oh, you just getting to work, Tommy? I hear you, brother. Uh, it was a very sad day, and that's my 9/11 story. That's my 9/11 story, and it's a true story. I have nothing to lie about. You understand? Everything I just said is accurate, and that was my experience of that date. You understand? That's what I went through. Let me tell you, Jolly, to this day is still a sad day for me. Like I wasn't gonna do a live today. I said, "Oh my God, it's 9/11." So I said, let me get on and tell my little story because I've never told the full story. I say here and there and little parts here and there and whatnot, but I've never told this story. So you guys are the first ones that heard the story. You guys are the first ones that heard that story. It was a very sad day in America, but I never seen so many people. Let me tell you something. My wife was telling me that that day as she was walking, people in storefronts had like coolers with water and they were just handing them out, like helping people, just handing them out. And I never seen New York put racism to the side and unite. Because that's what we did throughout the whole United States. Everybody, New York, we with y'all. New York, we with y'all. And let me tell you something. When Bush sent in the troops that they were in the desert coming in, and they showed them on the news. Oh my God! Everybody was screaming, "Yeah, yeah!" Everybody when they showed them on the news that the troops are going in, trying to get this dude that attacked our country, bro. Everybody, bro, my tears came out. Like it's about time. Let's do this. Yo, up, Larry? I'm gonna throw the link down. I want you guys to tell me because I haven't been looking at the chat a lot. I've just now I've been looking at the chat, but I haven't been reading it because I don't want to get distracted from my story. You know, yeah, I understand that, Larry. That's the theory and all that. But I was just talking about my experience. You understand my experience? What happened that day? If you go back to rewind like about 10 minutes, you hear my story. What did I go through on that day? At the same time, what my wife went through on that day. Um, I'm gonna throw the link down. Throw the link down. So like that, if anybody wants to come up, I don't. Like I said, I don't want to stay long. What's this? Are you serious? I didn't. I wasn't. Yeah, it's interesting, Larry. You should hear it. It was a nice story. It's a little sad, but go listen to it. You're gonna say, "Wow!" And that's what I went through on that day. But it's not what I went through. It's more what my wife went through because she used to work down there. So you got to hear that story. Go back and listen to it. It's not long. It's like 10 minutes maybe. Um. So I wasn't gonna throw a live today. I wasn't gonna throw a live. As a matter of fact, I was thinking about throwing a live on Thursday and Friday, and that's it. But I said, wow, it's 9/11. I gotta tell this story, man. Gotta let the people know because I've never told it. This channel I've had it for 2 years now. 2 years, and I've never told the full story. But there it goes. There it is. You could go watch it. It's very interesting. And that about like I said, that about the wrenches. If I got a wrench in your channel and it's just to identify me, okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Uh um if I got a wrench in your channel, it's just to identify you. If you use wrenches to identify people from trolls and stuff like that, it's all right. But I can't be going to people's channel and modding because like I said, when I do my lives, I'm already tired. That's why I rarely go to people's channel when it's right after my live. If they throw a live a little later at night, yeah, I go visit, stay there for a while. You understand? It depends on the fun I'm having on that channel. But don't expect me to mod on nobody's channel. So I prefer for people that gave me wrenches on their channel. I prefer for them to take it. I prefer for them to take it because don't expect me to go to your channel to mod and shoot and uh drop links and etc etc. You understand? Because I don't go to nobody's channel to do work, man. Because I do work here. I do enough work here. You understand? It's not easy, man. That's why I tell people, man, don't worry about wrenches, man. Wrenches is just too much work, man. A wrench ain't for you to look good. A wrench is for you to help the content creator drop links, shoot a troll here and there, shoot somebody that's talking bad or cursing or whatever. You understand? You feel me? So if you just got me wrenched up to identify my channel, great. But don't expect me to go shooting people or doing things in your channel. You understand? That's why, I don't expect nobody here to do any of that. What up, Yank? I'm telling you, man, God bless all the families and everybody that was lost in the 9/11 in the towers. There's this listen, whenever you guys get a chance, if you could do it today, Google the falling man. The falling man. I ain't gonna say no more. It was a picture of a person in the air. I don't want to say nothing like too drastic because you know how this is over here, and that they'll bring it down or whatever. What up, Quick Vic? Thank you for stopping by. Listen, Google the falling man and read that article. It's crazy and it's sad. But you're gonna see what I'm talking about. It's called The Falling Man. I don't know how I ran into that article one day. I guess I was googling something and it just came out in the searches or something. But that's a crazy article. You gotta read that. The Falling Man. It was has to do with 9/11. They caught him in the air. The picture, they caught him in the air. Another thing I want to tell you guys, growing up in 10th Avenue D in Lillian Ward, my room window faced the towers. And as a little kid, I remember them when I moved to that building, if I'm not mistaken, the building was almost done. They were building it. It was almost done. And when I would get punished, I would sit on my window and I would look at that building. I would look at the buildings. It was crazy. It was crazy. So I grew up staring at those buildings. So God bless the victims, the families, the survivors. No, I never seen it. Or did you Google it, Chill Will? But read the article. Read the article. The Falling Man. That's what it's called. I read this years ago, but I never forget the title because it's a sad story. I wonder where's my homegirl Sinful. I wonder where's my homegirl Sinful. I haven't seen her. So yeah, man. Oh, you seen it years ago. Okay, okay. You see, it's been out for a lot of years, man. I mean, it's been out since it happened, to be honest with you. Got me a little buzz cut. You can still see my white hair, but it's just lower. I got a full set of hair. I just don't like it long. I'm not young no more. I used to do the three on top with the skin fade on the side, but yeah, at this time she's usually cooking like about 3:15, anywhere from 3 to 3:30. She's usually cooking. What you doing, Willie? You home or you driving? Next month about this time that new game comes out. There's like three new games that came out this month, but I'm not really interested in none of them. Maybe one. It's called Liza P. But the one I'm really looking forward to is next month is Lord of the Fallen and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. All right, I hear you, bro. I hear you. There we go. Senfu. Dios te bendiga. I was just asking for you. Senfu, you got to go back and listen to my 9/11 story. It's kind of sad. What I was doing. What I was doing and what my wife went through, pregnant. My wife was 3 months pregnant. So you got to go back and listen to it, son. Let me see something in the chat. Let me go to the other page. Yeah, I'm over here looking at something over here. Oh yeah, you was in the middle of all that. I'm telling you, it was a sad day for us, man. Simple. My wife worked in Battery Park. My wife worked in Battery Park. She worked in Battery Park Nursery. She used to get off in World Trade Center and walk down a couple of blocks to her job. All right, and you gotta listen. Go back and listen. You see what happened. It was crazy. She was pregnant too. She told me it was chaos down there. There was no transportation or nothing. Oh, really? What's around? What other streets is around Worth Street? I don't remember that street. Is it next to South Street? Chambers around there? Or Broadway? Because Broadway's around there, the next block after Chambers, right? Or is it Broadway then Chambers? Okay, okay, I got you. I got you. I know more or less where it's at. I know more or less. I know more or less. Man, that was so bad. I'm gonna tell you, this is something I didn't say in the story. That was so bad. It shattered the windows on like the impact. It shattered the windows on the nursery where my wife worked at. All the debris got in and everything, and they laid off everybody practically. My wife got laid off. My wife got laid off, and she had to get unemployment. Check this out. My wife gets laid off, right? This is September 11th, right? Like about a week, 2 weeks later, I tell her, we're gonna have to do the layoffs. We need to fix this. All right. So in September, she goes on unemployment, right? By the end of September, I'm guessing, right? Like about the end of September, maybe beginning of October, right? And the year goes by. Now it's April. She gives she gives birth to my son, but she was pregnant during that time. She gives birth to my son. She's still unemployed. All right, she's still unemployed, but she took it like as a maternity leave because she's pregnant, whatnot. She gives birth to my son. The next month, they call her back to work. Check that out. She gives birth in April, and in May, they call her back to go to work just in time. But she was sad because that's her first son. I got two boys, different relationships, but that's her first and only because me and my wife never had another kid, so that's her one and only kid. So she was kind of sad because first time mother leaving the baby with my mother in law, which is her mother, to take care or her sister. It's crazy. Nobody wants to leave his kid. You know. Let me see something over here. Oh my God! You was what? Ah, wasn't that over there like Arthur Kill over there? Oh my God! That had to be real sad. That had to be real sad. Oh my God! I can't imagine that simple. Yeah, that's like after doing something like that, you need to go see somebody, man. Yep, that was it. Yeah, heartbreaking. Yeah, and that was it. Arthur Kill, right? And Staten Island, because I remember they were bringing the parts across and all the debris on ferries, on barges, not ferries, barges, and they were bringing them across to Staten Island. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that in the news. Wow, I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's crazy, man. I could imagine sometimes. All right, I'm gonna put it to you like this. I could imagine every time 9/11 comes around, every year, what you go through. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm very sorry to hear that. God bless you. Because me doing something like that every year on this day, I think I'll break down. It will break me. What up, Angel? How you doing, brother? I hope you're feeling okay. I hope you're feeling okay today. I hear you. Did you go today, Sinful? Did you go to the ceremony today? You're a string cookie, huh? No wonder, yeah. I didn't know that. I didn't know that you went through all that on man, that would have been a me and you need to hook up for next year's 9/11 so we could say the story, share the story with with everybody else. I was telling them, I said it in the beginning. If you guys go back to the beginning, you see what I went through, which was nothing compared to what other people, especially people that lost loved ones in in that tragic day. You understand? Uh I said that like 2 months later I went down to ground zero and simple, that they had, oh, you on the registry? Oh, I gotta see this one day if I ever go back to New York, because when I go back, since the tower was built, I left. And they built the tower, right? I wasn't there when they finished the tower. No, I wasn't there when they built the tower. No, no, no. They built it after I left. I was telling people that the way they blocked off with barricade, the wooden barricade and fences all around, like certain places you couldn't go any further in. Um, where they put all the pictures. Remember, they put the pictures of their loved ones. They were putting pictures missing, a lot of flowers, candles, teddy bears, stuff like that. And I was telling the people that I was saying it in the story today that that fire was still burning. In other words, when I meant burning, I don't mean in flames. You see smoke coming out. You see smoke. You don't see a fire because remember it's under all that rubble. You don't see a fire. Like a lit fire, like when it happened. But you see smoke coming out. So that means under all that rubble there was something still burning. And this was 2 months later. And for what I heard, that fire smoke thing didn't stop coming out of that rubble till like 3 months later. So that fire burned for over 3 months. What's up? What's up, Kenny? What's up, James? You understand? So it was sad, man. It was sad. It was sad. But if you want to listen to the story, go back. I say like about 10 minutes into the life, I start saying the story. And like I said, it's only two times in my life that I seen New York really, really, really panic. Was 1977 for the Son of Sam, and 2001 9/11. when I seen New York buckle. I didn't see the first one, but I seen the second one, Sinful. Blessings to you too, Kenny. Thank you for stopping by, brother. I didn't see the first one because everybody thought that it was a accident. So that's when I went up to the roof of the building I was working in. And as I'm watching, well, all of us, because practically all the maintenance workers were up there, we seen the second one hit. I say it in the story in the beginning of the thing. Um, you talking about the one that was going to DR? My if it's the one that was going, yes, if it's the one that was going to DR, my coworker was on that plane. My coworker was on that plane. Sinful. His name was Juan Martinez. Look it up. My coworker from my job was on that plane, man. And that is the one you're talking about. That's the only one I remember in Far Rockaway. It had left Kennedy Airport. Yeah. Yes. My Sinful, my bro, a good friend of mine. Matter of fact, when I started working in those buildings, he's the one that showed me the rope. He's the one that took me under his wing and said, "Look, this is where this is that, this." His name is Juan Martinez. He died. He died on that plane. Wow, that was that was bad too, man. Yeah, it was going to DR. No, it wasn't coming from DR. It was going to DR. The one that my friend was on, it was going to DR. And I remember that it was a holiday. I remember it was a holiday. I don't know if it was Memorial or Veterans Day, but it was one of those days. Because bro, he wasn't supposed to go, man. He was telling me, "Listen, I got to go next month. I got to go next month." But since he was in love with this girl over there and the girl kept bothering him, "No, you get on a plane now. You get on a plane now." So and then he tells me, but I can't go right now. I can't go. But when I go to work, I remember I went to work the following day after that, and my boss tells me, my supervisor tells me, "You heard about Martinez?" And I go, "Nah, what happened?" "He was on that plane that went down." I said, "What? But he wasn't supposed to be on there." "Yeah, but he took one of those standby flights and whatnot." And bro, I was like, "Oh my god." Oh my, it was so devastating. You know what it is to have lunch with this guy every day and joke with him every day and everything. All of a sudden, you go to work and they tell you he was on that plane that went down. That was sad, man. I'm telling you, man, this can't take life for granted. That's why I tell you guys, man, call your mom. Tell your mom you love her or your dad, whoever's alive, and if both of them are alive, and tell them both. But always call your mom. That's it right there. That's it right there. 587. I remember it. That's it. Google that name. Put flight 587 and put Juan Martinez to see if anything comes out. That was crazy, right? The way Sinful just mentioned that, and I just happened to have a friend on that flight, guys. I'm telling you, man. Sometimes these conversations, man, they get very interesting. 5 and I was gonna tell you, yo, Sin, I think the flight number started with a 5, but I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure, so I was like, but I was like, I think it was 5 9 something, but I didn't say nothing because I wasn't sure. But yeah, that's it right there, 587. And if you look at the date, it was on a holiday. Look at it. The day that that flight went down, it was on a holiday because I remember that they offered they offered me that holiday and I turned it down. Even though I used to get paid double and a half, I turned it down. I said nah 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 because I'm gonna work the following holidays, which is Thanksgiving, uh Christmas, and New Year's. I used to work those holidays. I used to get double and a half, but I didn't want to work that holiday. Yeah, you know something that a couple of the guys I speak to, Kenny, they were locked up. They were locked up. You was locked up, right? You was locked up at that time, right? It was November 12th to that was the day, November 12th. So what was the holiday? Was it Veterans Day? That's what I want to know. Cause I know there was a holiday at that time, man. Because I did not go to work that Monday, and I went Tuesday. I'm telling you, I remember this. It's like I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but 2016. Yeah, 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 yeah. And that's all over the world, Dags. That's all over the place, man. People have no respect no more, man. It's like I don't know what they get out of that. To be honest with you, yeah. To be honest, I don't get what they get out of that, but I just feel they got screws missing in their head. Yeah, 14 hours, Kenny. That's like what, like the borderline of Canada. So yeah. So that's my 9/11 story. Oh my God, these people. Another refill. But I already did that one. I already refilled that one. I gotta go to Walmart. I was gonna go to Walmart today, but I'm not. I'm gonna go tomorrow. Tomorrow they stock up on they stock up on Tuesdays and Fridays. So I might go tomorrow, but after like maybe after 4:30. But I really want to go. I really want to go on Wednesday because my wife is going crazy because she has no I don't know how what they call that. It's called mocha light something. It's like it's coffee, but it's for you to mix it with a little bit of caramel. What's it called? Caramel macchiato creamer, and then you put ice into it, and it turns into like a latte or something. I don't know. 'Cause I don't drink none of that cold coffee. To me, that cold coffee is not coffee, man. If you drink coffee with ice in it, that's not coffee, man. People say, "Oh, I drink coffee." All right, you want some? I just made some. And say, "Oh no, but the one I drink is the the ice cold one, the latte or whatever. That ain't coffee, man. That's a soft drink, man. That's a drink, man. That's just a regular one of those regular drinks. That ain't coffee." So she's been going crazy because she ran out of that. I gotta buy her 2 gallons of that. It makes a gallon. I mean, 2 half gallons makes a gallon. And they haven't had it for over a week, and she's going crazy. Like, oh, I need my coffee in the morning. I need my coffee. Cause she does it. She puts it in that cup that keeps it cold, and she takes it to work with her. And I think she drinks it in the afternoon. She puts it in the fridge and she drinks it with the lunch. I don't know. You too? Oh my god. Yeah, it's something like that. I don't know what. I just don't consider that cold coffee with ice in it. I don't consider that coffee, man. I don't know how people consider that coffee. No. Oh, hold on, guys. Hold on a minute. Hold on. I'll be right back. Hold on. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I had a great time yesterday watching football. I had a beautiful time yesterday watching football. Russell Wilson lost. I can't believe the Raiders won. The Packers won. The Eagles won. Dallas beat the New York Giants down. I mean, like, what a beatdown. I was watching I was watching the kid Richardson, the one from the Gators. That's the quarterback now for the Colts. Looking good, man. The kid's looking good. Uh, I want to watch tonight's game. Tonight's game, Jets and Buffalo. I got as much as I like Josh Allen. I'm picking the Jets to win. Yes, ma'am. Today we pray for the 9/11 victims and their families. Definitely. Hey, Sinful, when you gonna hook up your phone so you could come up here? Why don't you when you get off here, which I'm gonna finish in a little bit, um go to StreamYard.com and just create an account real fast. All you gotta do is put in an email and a password. Put an email and a password. So like that, whenever you want to come up here, it's already done. None of the girls ever come up here. You know that? I noticed that. None of the females that are here, that be here on this channel, ever come up here. They in the channel and they support me, but they never come up to the panel. What's up with that? What? Hold on. Yeah, Marley comes up for 2 minutes, but you don't gotta show yourself. All you gotta do is come up and say hi, and I'll take it from there. You don't gotta show yourself. I mean, Marley shows herself. We all know what Marley looked like. She's always cammed up, but you don't have to. You don't have to cam up. I'll throw the curtain. I'll go like this. I'll throw the curtain. Look, I'll throw the curtain up like that. Make sure it's you. And once I make sure it's you, I'll take it off, and we'll be like this. Look, with the avatar only, and we could talk like that. You don't gotta show yourself. I'm not saying for you to show yourself. Once you come up, right? I see you backstage. I'll go like this. I'll throw the curtain up. I'll bring you up. I'll make sure it's you. I'll talk to you. I'll make sure it's you. And then I'll take the curtain off. Like that. That's it. Wait up, let me see. Oh shit, look, the Twin Towers were there in the very corner. In the very corner of this picture, in the corner here, on the left hand side corner, the Twin Towers were there. Look at that. Look at that picture right there, guys. Me, I'm having white rice with some kidney beans on the side. I don't have aguacate. I'm upset right now, and I ain't going back out till like I said, maybe tomorrow or Wednesday. Um, and some chuleta and salsa in the oven with some. It got onions and peppers. It got yellow peppers, red peppers, green peppers, and onions. Pork chop, pork chop on sauce in the oven. That's what I'm having. Yeah, I know. What time is it over there, Dagmar? Like about 11, 11:30, 11:38. Yeah, that's practically what it is, sinful too. When you do it in the oven like that, con la salsa and the almost what it is, man. So viene siendo prácticamente chuleta guisada. Yeah. But believe it or not, man, I've been so tired, simple. I've been so tired of meats. Like I haven't been eating a lot of meat. When my wife does meat, I take a little piece just to put a little more protein into my body. A very, very little small piece. But I will eat the rice and the beans and maybe a slice of avocado with some salad on the side. But I haven't been eating meat a lot. I have not been eating meat a lot. Yeah, chuleta guisada is it's it's pork chops like in sauce. It's like all right, it's like doing beef stew, but instead of the beef, it's with pork chops. Yeah, chuleta guisada. Really? My wife's been doing that all her life. You serious? Let me unpin this. Oh, it's already removed. Yeah, yeah. I've always eaten them fried too. I've eaten them all. Man, chuleta guisada, chuleta frita, chuleta in the oven. Um, that's the three ways I eat it. It's the way you doing it right now, the fried pork chops, and the pork chops in the oven. Don't tell me there's another update, man. Yup, iPhone got another update, 16.6.1. I'll do it later, guys. I'm gonna be calling this. I'm gonna I'm gonna go do a couple things around the house. Uh, I don't know if I'll do one tomorrow or Wednesday, but definitely I'll be here Thursday and Friday. But you never know. You never know. It depends the way I get up, and if I get things done early, whatever. Little stuff I do around the house. Uh, last week I finally got everything, bro. Everything done, like the grass, uh, the banana trees, everything. Beautiful, beautiful. I did everything. Uh, I need to throw, what's it called, the weed spray to get the weeds out, like Roundup. Spray the thing in the corners here, and I might have to throw down another sheet of that thing, and then throw mulch on top. so I ain't finished with that. But I need 2 more bags of mulch or 1 more bag, something. I guess 2 more bags of mulch to finish that job. But I could start throwing the spray up front because I weed whacked all the weeds, but it still stays like the little roots. So I got to throw that so it won't grow again. But everybody, man, I want to thank y'all for showing up. God bless everybody. My condolences go out to all the 9/11 victims and families and everybody that lost a loved one. Uh, Very sad day today for those that experienced it in real life. You guys could go back and listen to my story. Go back and listen to my story. It's a very sad story, but it's something I lived through. With that, we're gonna be out of here. Thank you everyone for showing up. Like I said, if I'm gonna go live, I will put it on my community wall. God bless all of y'all. With that, we out of here.